Fiona Bruce has been the host of BBC's Question Time since 2019 and regularly clashes with politicians who appear on the show. Fiona Bruce has had several heated clashes since becoming the presenter of Question Time. The 61-year-old has fronted the programme since 2019, taking over from David Dimbleby, who stepped down from the role after 25 years. The BBC star has received praise from viewers for hosting the weekly show, despite admitting that it's the most challenging job she's ever done. With members of Parliament and government officials present in the studio to face hard-hitting questions from audience members, it's no surprise that debates often turn heated. It's not uncommon for Fiona to find herself in the middle of these rows, and she doesn't hesitate to put politicians in their place. Stop talking. Earlier in the month, Fiona found herself in the thick of a fiery exchange as she challenged the necessity for Wales to have more politicians per head than Scotland and Northern Ireland. During the conversation, Welsh MP Rhun ap Iorwerth struggled to directly address Fiona's probing. She initiated the discussion by questioning Rhun about why Wales requires more politicians per capita than England or Scotland. The presenter elaborated, "Why do you need one member of the Senate for 32,200 people in Wales? In Scotland, Terry's one MSP per 42,000, in England, Terry's one for every 104,000. So why in Wales do you need it per 32,000? Why do you need more politicians per head?" He responded, "I believe we should have fair representation in democracy." To which she retorted, "So having more is fair?" The MP continued, "Well, having the numbers we've had compared with Northern Ireland and Scotland, certainly in the last 26 years, every independent study that has ever been conducted on the state of democracy has stated that we need the tools to do the job. It's very important to put it into context because these sound like big numbers. There's a job being done on the Houses of Parliament, refurbishment of the building in Westminster." At this point, Fiona interjected, accusing the politician of straying from the topic. She exclaimed, "Are we not quite far off the subject now, Rhun?" Despite her attempts to steer the conversation back on track, the politician continued to talk over her in an effort to make his point. This led to a frustrated Fiona raising her voice to silence the MP, declaring, "Rhun, I'm going to stop you because that is just not on. Rhun, please stop talking because we're not talking about the refurbishment of Westminster, we're talking about devolution is supposed to be the better outcome. I'm not sure that's got anything to do with the refurbishment of Westminster," he retorted. "Why is it not? I think it has everything to do with the refurbishment of Westminster," prompting Fiona to seek the audience's opinion. She asked, "Does anyone else think it's got anything to do with the refurbishment of Westminster?" To which they unanimously responded, "No." In another heated exchange back in March, Fiona demanded a panelist to hang on a minute as she was forced to interrupt a controversial discussion about the future of the NHS. The panel included the likes of Emma Reynolds, Luke Evans, Wendy Chamberlain, Faiza Shaheen, and Konstantin Kisin. As one audience member questioned whether dismantling NHS England could enhance patient care, Luke Evans of the Conservatives took up the query, voicing concerns over potential talent and experience being lost amid job cuts. "The worry is, with those job losses, where is that talent going and where is that experience going? That's going to help try and solve the problem," he said. Labour representative Emma Reynolds intervened, stressing the need for returning staff to frontline duties. "You've got to get those people back on the front line, don't they?" she said. At this point, Fiona dramatically extended her hands, signalling a pause in proceedings, as she appeared incredulous over the remarks made. She forcefully interjected, "Hang on a minute. Hang on. Just so that we are clear. In NHS England, of the 9,000 jobs, the vast majority are not going to be people that you put back on the front line, are they?" Despite attempts by Ms Reynolds to speak over her, Bruce resolutely persisted, posing a pointed question. "They'll be in the line to the unemployment office," Surely, Ms. Reynolds then clarified her initial comment, indicating the availability of a £22 billion investment fund aimed at boosting NHS patient care and reiterating the objective to have more clinicians on the front lines. Bruce once threatened to put a gag on Reform MP Richard Tice due to his constant interruptions. Bruce welcomed a panel including Education Secretary Bridget Phillipson, Tory MP Harriet Baldwin, Green Party's Adrian Ramsey, and Reform UK's Richard Tice in March. As the show unfolded, the discussions on climate change initiatives became particularly heated. An audience member asked, "In 2075, will people look back at us in 2025 and think we destroyed the opportunity of climate change due to short-term policy and short-term thinking?" With tensions simmering, Green Party's Ramsey commenced his vision for a greener future amidst growing ecological concerns, only to be cut off by Tice quipping, "How's that going? How's that going so far?" Hoping to maintain order, the presenter swiftly intervened, promising Tice, "Look Richard, I will come to you." Tice, eager to make his point, continued speaking over Ramsey, "We've got higher bills. It's not going very well, is it? Come on Adrian, it's not going very well." Ramsey retorted, "Richard, you criticize net zero but your party has the highest net zero credibility." As Tice responded, "Yeah, because it's stupid." After he interrupted for a third time, Fiona stepped in, asserting, hang on. Richard, you will get your time. Don't interrupt for just a minute, I will get to you." Ramsey continued, "They said it would require 0.2% GDP, to which Tice fumed, £30–40 billion a year, don't lie to the British people." Fed up with his constant interruptions, Bruce snapped, "Richard, if you keep on interrupting I will have to put a gag on you or something. I will come to you, I promise." Politician silenced. Fiona didn't hold back as she grilled a Labour MP after an intense debate was sparked about the meeting between UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer and US President Donald Trump back in February. An audience member kicked off the questioning with, "Will increasing defence and reducing overseas aid keep us secure?" Luke Pollard attempted to tackle the question but appeared hesitant, which the sharp-eyed host immediately noticed. He mentioned that determining the appropriate budget percentage for the armed forces is a hard decision for the government. Another guest interjected, probing further, "So, what percentage do you think we need on defence, if you like?" The Labour MP responded, "So, as the Armed Forces Minister we spend about £66 billion at the moment, and in April 2027 we will be spending £79 billion. He claimed this would ensure adequate resources and fair pay for the forces, but Bruce was not satisfied with his response. Brandishing her pen at the guest, she probed, "Does that answer your question?" The minister confirmed they are committing 3%, prompting the BBC host to press on, "Do you think, to Freddie's point, do you think 3% is enough? That's where we should be,